What if I told you there's a group of people who lived two completely different lives, without ever leaving their own? I'm talking about the ones who remember waiting by a landline phone, hoping it would ring, and also remember the first time their inbox lit up with messages. The ones who rented movies on Friday nights, and then, just a few years later, were downloading songs at 2 a.m. in their bedroom. If you were born somewhere between the late 70s and early 80s, this might hit close to home. Let's call him Ethan. Ethan grew up in a small town where plans meant showing up. No texts, no updates, no second chances. If you said 6 p.m. at the corner diner, you were there or you weren't. And people remembered. His mistakes? They faded. An awkward moment, a bad haircut, something embarrassing at a party, those things lived in memory, not on a screen. They softened over time. That's how life worked back then. But just as Ethan was stepping into adulthood, everything changed. Almost overnight. Suddenly there was email, cell phones, chat rooms. A whole new world that didn't exist when he was a kid became unavoidable as an adult. And he had to learn it fast. Not slowly. Not optionally. Instantly. He wasn't young enough to grow up with it, and not old enough to ignore it. So he adapted. And that adaptation came with a cost. Ethan entered the workforce right when things started falling apart economically. He built, lost, rebuilt, and learned not to feel too secure, even when things were going well. To this day, he double-checks everything. Keeps backup plans. Hesitates just a little before trusting stability. Not because he's anxious, but because he remembers. Now, in meetings, he's the bridge. The one explaining things to older colleagues, and translating expectations for younger ones. He keeps everything running smoothly. But no one really asks how heavy that role can feel. And maybe that's the part that stays with you. Because people like Ethan didn't just grow up. They transitioned. They witnessed one world quietly disappear and another take its place. No announcement. No clear dividing line. Just change. And somehow, they carried both versions forward. So if this story feels like yours, maybe now you understand why you are the way you are. And if it resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe, because stories like this remind us we're not alone in what we've lived through.